Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now today, in honor of the Mandalorian coming back again, we're going to make a little Baby Yoda in a little Baby Yoda ball that just floats in the air. We're using magnets. Now first thing we want to do is make the ball. I have these like pool balls, which are like kind of softish plastic white balls, which are about the size that I want. We're going to do something very simple. We're just going to cut them in two. Means we get two like this, and I'm just going to place it like this, vertical like that, and we're going to put Baby Yoda in there. I'm going to do overlaying, because see they're not very structurally sound. So what we're basically going to do, I have a whole bunch of these things, so we're going to cut a whole bunch of them in half, and then we're going to super glue them together in like layers. Okay, so now we have this ball. The outer edge is actually just one ball with a quarter cut out of, because that looks nicer. Then we have this like kind of seam, and yeah, I tried to clear this up as best as I could. I'll probably end up filing it down a little bit more to get a smoother edge, but first we're going to add some outer, like, I don't know, design elements, like a ring around here and some circles in the corners for the hinges. This is the current ball. It is white. I basically spray painted it silver. You can't really see it anymore because I spray painted white over it. But the goal is that, see, if it chips a little bit anywhere, it'll just look like it has silver underneath, kind of metally kind of stuff. So then it looks like it was metal, which was painted white and then chipped a little bit. So I might even add some sanding to like chip it more in certain locations. But what we're going to do now is we're going to paint it brown. You're like, what? You're literally painted it silver, then painted white, and now you're going to paint it brown. Okay, we're not going to completely paint it brown. What we're going to do is we have this watercolor. I'm going to mix some watercolor, and basically we're just going to kind of cover it in brown. I'm going to let it just chill here for a couple seconds, and then we're going to like clean off the brown, and hopefully that should mean that brown like paint parts should remain in like these crevices here, and in like this, the outer ring has this like kind of, I don't know, thingy in it, like this ridge. It'll stay in there, and like in all these little corners. It's kind of like, basically it's the dirt that builds up as you kind of keep something for a long ass time. Okay, so now you can see here it's splattered with this kind of ugly brown water. It's like it went through a muddy puddle or something, you know. So now I'm gonna get some tissue, so I'm gonna clean it off, and hopefully there will be some specks of brown of like dirt and stuff. Okay, so I removed all the stuff. Yeah, so there's kind of a brownish staining, and there's a couple brown stains. It kind of looks like it has a small covering of dirt, and here you can see in these lines is where the paint has maintained itself a little bit, and also a little bit in here. You can see a little bit of a darker, more brown parts here as well. Now, I was thinking, first I was just going to do this brown, but then I have this whole collection of stuff, so I was like, why not also use this? This is yellow ochre, which it's a desert place, so that would be a little bit of a yellowy dirt as well, not just brown dirt. Okay, so here you can see it. It's kind of a dirty color now. It's covered in both this one and this one. So here it is in all its glory. You can see a sort of yellowy tinge on it. A little bit of dirt here on the bottom as well. It's just looking a little bit less shiny white. Now next up, we want to actually make it float, which means we're going to put a magnet boy in here. Basically, this big magnet's going to go in here, and what it does is it will suspend this magnet here when it's turned on. It's not turned on, instead it does that. But basically, the idea is these four center magnets, electromagnets, will repel this to about here, and then the magnets on the outside, they will attract really strongly, as you can see. So they will all try and attract the same amount, and that way keeping it right in the center above these magnets, which will repel it upwards. And of course this magnet has its own weight, so there's a maximum distance it can be repelled upwards. So yeah, it ends up floating, and it can take quite a bit of weight. Whoa, it's floating. Like magic. Most of the mass is going to be in this little boy over here, which I purchased for this special occasion. So what we're actually going to do is we're just going to take him. We're going to... Right. There. Okay, he's not exactly centered because now he's spinning around. But hey, look at him go. He's a happy boy though. I think this is fucking awesome. I love this thing. Cost me like $13. Completely worth it. The ball just kind of drops. But the idea is it will be floating more like there. Kind of floating around. In a second I'm gonna boom. Okay, ball falls, but yeah, we're gonna glue this in just perfectly in the middle of the ball, and then hopefully it will float. And then all we have to do is put in Baby Yoda and make a little cover for this as well. Okay, here we can see it spinning. My boy is spinning, but yeah, I decided to just go for... Goddamn, my keeps. Stop spinning. I decided to just go for tape as a quick solution. And then, because like honestly, I'm not completely happy with the amount of detail I could get on this using the... This is a rather strong magnet. Using these materials. So I was thinking of maybe somehow getting a 3D printed version and then just cutting it open somewhere in the middle. Because I saw one that was like with a Baby Yoda in it. And then just cutting it at the bottom and sticking this thing in and gluing everything back together, and then just going for that. So that's why I haven't glued it in, because then it's a lot harder to take apart later. Now I actually have two Baby Yodas, one with his little bowl, because these come in 2 packs, and this cute ass little one is sad. I'm gonna go for this one since he's sitting down and he's a little bit smaller, and I'm already concerned with the size of him compared to the bowl. If you can see, he's quite a chunky boy. So hopefully he fits. First things first, this is actually a pretty like solid boyo. I don't think he does anything. Just kind of sits here. But that's all we need him to do. He just needs to sit in that bowl. So I'm going to try and put him in. But I kind of need 2 hands for that, since as you can see just earlier, that magnet thing just goes yeet yeet. Okay, I guess it needs to stabilize again, but look at him there. He couldn't fit more perfectly. Like, his ear is literally... Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for him to spin back around. Your own time. But yeah, look, his other ear is literally touching the edge over there. Look what a cutie he is in his goddamn little boy. It's so great. I love this thing. Bro, this is my new favorite thing in the world. We just need to create a cover. Sadly, he is quite heavy, so we are no longer floating at maximum capacity here. We are floating just a little bit, but hey, we're floating. And honestly, I don't even know if I'm still going to create a cover for this, because I kind of like him just floating, just chilling around. Because look what a cutie he is. He's just fucking his little ball. He's using the force. But yeah, this boy would definitely not have fit in there. Although he does have, like, he could maybe be leaning out. You know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it to see if he can also hold. So he does fit in his bowl still, but you might be able to see that the ball is severely off center now, off pitch, because he has to sit almost all the way in front because of his giant ass like ears that kind of limit where he can be positioned, and also like a lot of his mass is just forward because he's leaning forward. And then he even has like a tiny ass ball that he's holding even further out. Like, this is not great. Why I do like this, I do really like him holding his little ball, and it's very cute. I don't know, maybe... What? Look at him spin. Just stop it. Stop it. There you go. Oh. Okay, we're going the other way then. Oh, he looks like he's coming to a... I have a feeling it's like a reverse pendulum where he's going to speed up all of a sudden. But yeah, he's a cute little bugger, isn't he? Actually, I don't know which one is better, guys. Which one is better? Oh man, what a struggle. You know what? Before this video is going to go up, I'm going to do a YouTube post tonight, and I'm going to have you guys vote which Baby Yoda is cuter. Baby Yoda with a ball or Baby Yoda with no ball. It's so beautiful. Like, I'll be honest, I was a little bit in doubt in how good this was gonna go. I thought that this boya wasn't gonna fit. I thought that this entire like thing was collapsing, and like this ball was so goddamn difficult to make. It was not going well. But now look, if just seeing him in his little ball just chilling is so fucking good. I love it. It's top tier. Best thing I've ever made. So I made this like kind of card covering here, and there's a little bit of a problem. It's literally floating on. You can see it's floating, but it's floating on such a teensy, weensy little bit of air. It's basically future tips and tricks. First of all, get a more powerful build. Make this more powerful. So like a more powerful magnet up here, or I don't know, more powerful electromagnet, something to make it float higher up in the air. Like if it was just floating about here, life would be better. But it's not. It's floating down there. So yeah, then this beautiful thing would fit. Other tip is make everything 3D printed. So this 3D printed in some manner, and most importantly, this top part 3D printed. Just get I think a lot more like detailing. God damn, this happens every time. This is my face right now. Why did you do this to me? But yeah. Second tip: don't be an idiot like me. Don't spin the thing like a crazy person. So here we can see him just floating around on his little ball. Okay, I don't know how to fix it, and he's now spinning uncontrollably. But guys, thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Maybe I'll have an update in I don't know, a really long ass time. He's spinning faster and faster. It's gonna go badly sometime soon. So I'm just gonna end this video right now.